Does food have the power to reshape society? On today's menu, cuisine can be more than just delicious. In the right hands, it has the power to change lives, preserving the ancient culture of a Mexican cloud city.
Everybody born in the village has the birthright to make their living off of the natural resources of the village.
Empowering Vietnamese street kids through the craft of cuisine.
Every student here says that koto saved their life.
Revitalizing a small town in upstate Vermont.
When I first started thinking about what's going on in Hardwick, I started thinking this is the town that food is going to save.
And in the kitchen, grilled cheese with locally sourced ingredients. What is it about food that consumes so many of us? The search for that one great meal, that brilliant bottle of wine, that flawless kitchen knife. What is this hunger?
We're called Foodies. We are every corner of the globe. Some of us cook.
Some of us grow.
Some
of us eat.
And some of us write. We are called Foodies. And the food world is where we live. Major funding is provided by TIAA-CREF.
At TIAA-CREF, we provide financial solutions for those who serve the greater good. We offer objective advice, a commitment to consistent growth, and personalized service. We put our retirement expertise to work for you. 1-800-TIAA-CREF. TIAA-CREF, financial services for the greater good.
Around the world, chefs and farmers are using their talents to do more than just nourish. Working collectively, they're discovering that cuisine has the potential to transform lives and revitalize communities.
We're in the Sierra Juarez, which is the mountains where Benito Juarez was born. You have to be really careful on this road. With the rains, there's a lot of landslides. There's some big cliffs. If David makes a wrong turn, we're over the edge. We're making a trip to Coajimaloyas, which is a village 10,000 feet high. The name is great because it means the coagulated mole from yesterday's fiesta in the pot. It's part of the group of 8 villages called Pueblos Mancomunados, which means villages that are run by the people. Everybody born in the village has the birthright to make their living off of the natural resources of the village.
Working collectively has been a way of life for centuries in the community of Pueblos Mancomunados. The Zapotec Cooperative is one of the best examples of community-based agricultural systems in Mexico. By sharing the land surrounding their 8 villages and bartering with each other for essential goods, residents maintain the communal lifestyle of their ancestors and keep their communities strong.
This is Benito Juarez. This is the entrance of the Pueblos Mancomunados. This is the first village. The original people came from the valley more than 500 years ago.
Jorge is the current director of tourism of this community. Rafael is a local potato grower.
He said, we're almost 600 people here in the village. The nice thing here is we are all equal. We have the same rights.
The Pueblos Mancomunados have made it their goal to sustain themselves on sustainable resources. Because of the many microclimates, each village has their specialties and everybody trades amongst themselves foods best grown in each area.
Manzano, durazno.
And they exchange for fruit like apples, like pears. Las papas, muy grande aquí. The potatoes, for example. All the villages here, they know the potatoes here are really good. It's papa criolla.
Ah, qué bien.
Criollo means native to here, native to this area, grown on small plots, and it has a much better flavor.
This is very interesting. If you go like 5 minutes down, it's completely different. No? It changed everything.
Cloud forest area, and then there's another little microclimate 5 miles down the road. Yeah, with this altitude, you really feel it when you're walking. Instead of keeping these huge agricultural businesses alive, everybody is joining in small little collectives or co-ops to kind of keep this ancient way of subsistence living alive. It smells great in here. Doña Lucia runs a lovely local comedor or eatery.
Hierba Santa.
Together, we're making a feast of local food, just perfect for this early autumn. We have stuffed trout empapelado, which means in paper. It's a great lunch. The fish she has stuffed with tomato, cilantro, onion. It's closed and it's wrapped in papelado. Except the paper is actually this aromatic, fabulous hoja santa leaf, which is that anise-flavored herb. It contrasts the flavor of the fish. We have all kinds of mushroom dishes: sopa, trompeta a la mexicana, and breaded fried porcinis. Joel is our guide in the mushroom forest. There's a system here where everybody gets their chance to do different roles that are very important in the village. And Joel learned his craft from a French scientist who was working in this area. For months on end, they would spend 5 or 6 hours a day just searching out mushrooms. And now Joel is an expert himself.
Es muy bonito.
The scary thing about mushrooms is that many of the edible kind also have highly poisonous kinds that look alike.
Este es demasiado tóxico y en la cabeza son completas.
He says, in the distance, it's very similar. See the color, the texture. The difference is the slats in the trunk. This one is edible, this is not.
There's a dicho, there's a saying that says they're bold mushroom hunters and they're old mushroom hunters, but they're no old, bold mushroom hunters.
Hay que conocerlos bien porque algunas tienen más toxinas.
These are cotton mushroom. This pink one, this is edible, but the yellow one, we can eat this one, but we prefer this.
Este lo conocemos como trompeta y es comestible.
This is trompeta, trumpet mushroom. He said there is no toxic mushroom that looks like this, so this is very safe to eat. It's like a beautiful orange flower that just grows out of the ground.
Trompetas a la mexicana.
For the trompetas a la mexicana, Doña Lucy has to scrape off the bright orange layer as it adds kind of an acidic flavor. A la mexicana. That's with tomato, chilies, onion, cilantro. The curl she's going to make in a soup with just a little tomatoes, maybe some hoja santa, mustard, and a little bit of onion. It's delicious. It has the coral mushroom. This is the flowers from the mustard. Kind of makes it a little spicy. And it has hoja santa, which is like a licorice type flavor. It's really fresh. Like what's nice about Doña Lucia's food is it really tastes like what the ingredients are. Criollo means native to the region that it's grown in. The flavors are so much better in these Criollo products. What we need to do is buy locally because you can really make a difference. If you spend your money in the small markets, it takes longer to shop. Maybe you shop from 10 different people, but you end up having relationships with those 10 different people and you feel like you're actually contributing something to their lives.
In the late 1990s, a Vietnamese-Australian tour guide, Mr. Jimmy Pham, was shocked to see many street kids around Hanoi City. At first, he just helped them by giving money, giving food, but then he began thinking the best way to help the street kids was to give them a job.
Ngả ra đằng sau này, hiểu chưa? Chứ không phải là nhấc lên như thế này.
Every student here says that Koto saved their life. Otherwise, they will be homeless, destitute, maybe even dead. My name is Hoi Lan Dao. I work at Koto Vocational Training Center in Hanoi City, Vietnam.
Koto, which stands for Know One, Teach One, is a culinary school that gives Vietnamese street kids the skills they need to land jobs in the restaurant industry, encouraging them to stay on as teachers, share their knowledge, and help others in the community. Since 1996, Koto has grown from a sandwich shop to a 120-seat restaurant and training center, with many graduates becoming respected local chefs.
Nhớ để ý